If you didn't get the memo on Greta ThunDERBUG, then let's catch up. And yes, I know it's Greta ThunBug, but this is a memory trick I use to remember her actual last name, and I always remember it, so I totally recommend it. Greta Thunberg, born in Stockholm in 2003, is the Swedish environmental activist who's been protesting climate inaction since she was 15. At 11, Greta became depressed after finding out about climate change and how little was being done. Soon after, she found out about her autism, which she considers her superpower. In 2018, right before Sweden's general election, Greta started sitting outside the parliament with a handmade sign that read, "School strike for climate," but the Swedish translation of that. She sat alone the first day, but then few more people joined her and then some more. After the election, she went back to school, but only from Monday to Thursdays. Fridays were for the future. Her movement, literally called Fridays for Future, went global, and other countries like US, Denmark, Canada started striking in solidarity. I wish this was around when I was in school. I would have liked to skip school and have a morally superior reason to do it. Some of her critics seem to be grown men who have a problem with her wanting to save the earth. For example, Donald Trump said that she needs anger management, and Putin said that she's being used as a puppet. When she was 16, she was invited to speak at the UN Climate Action Summit, New York, where she, instead of flying, she decided to sail across the Atlantic in a zero-emissions yacht. After being at the sea for more than 2 weeks, she stood in front of the world leaders and delivered her iconic "How dare you" speech, where the most iconic and memorable line was, "You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words." But she's not just focused on climate anymore. She also spoke against Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and she also supports Palestinians. In June 2025, she was on board a ship which was attempting to ship aid to Gaza, but unfortunately, the ship was seized by the Israeli forces, and Greta was taken in custody and deported to France. Researchers coined the term the Greta effect to describe the very real impact she had on climate change and climate awareness. Some of the things that she had an impact on is Google searches in climate change increased. Climate awareness amongst teens has also increased. Air travel in Sweden has decreased due to a term called flight shame, or whatever the Swedish translation of that is. And enrollment in environmental science has increased. She has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 5 times, and she's only 22. Thank you so much for watching.